Entrepreneurs, it is happening. Facebook is limiting the number of ads that we can run in our ads account. Okay, I got a bit emotional there, but it's true. Starting on February 16th, 2021, Facebook will limit the number of ads that we can run. So what's an ad running entrepreneur to do? What kind of strategies can you use to make sure that you're still spending all the money you want and need in order to reach your revenue goals? Keep watching this video as we'll unpack it all. Make sure to watch until the end as I'm going to share with you 4 strategies to use and 1 to avoid. I'm Yulia Storek. I'm a Facebook ad strategist from zenfulmarketing.com, and I'll help coaches, consultants, and online course creators amplify their businesses with Facebook ads. So you're in the right place if you're ready to take your business to the next level using the power of Facebook ads. Be sure to hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon, and let's dive into today's topic. Let's kick this off by answering the question, well, how many ads can you run once this new ad number limit is rolled out? This table is taken directly from Facebook, and I will link to all of their official information on this in the description of the video. But if you take a look at the table, you can see that how many ads your page will be able to run is based on how much money that given page is spending on a particular month. This can get a bit confusing if you're running ads to multiple pages from the same ads account, for example. So you can check the limit for each page using the Ad Limits Per Page tool. It's a new tool that Facebook has created for us to check those limits. This tool is actually already supposed to show up in our business managers, but I haven't found it yet. If I will, I'll post about that. But I'll include the link to that tool in the video description. So if you're signed into your business manager, you'll be able to just click that link and it'll take you to that tool, and you will learn the limit of the ads that you can run for each of your pages. And another place where you can see this limit is in your ad account overview. So now that you know your ad number limit, what are your initial thoughts? I'm really curious. Are you freaking out a little bit, or are you confident that you've still got plenty of ad spots? Let me know in the comments. So now that you've nailed down how many ads you will be limited to, let's talk about the next super important question. Well, which ads actually count towards that limit? I've created this handy table for you to easily compare at a glance. So as you can see, all the ads that are active or in review do count towards the ad limit. However, on the opposite side, all the ads that are just scheduled or that have been turned off, they don't count towards the ad limit until, of course, they become active. Next, all ads count towards the limit of the page that you select when creating an ad. You know how you have this identity section when you're creating an ad where you select from which page your ads will run? So all of those ads will count towards the limit, even if they are run from different ads accounts, even if they are run by your partners, and so on. As long as that identity locked in as your page, that ad will count towards your ad limit. Now, let's talk about which ads do not count towards the limit. As we already mentioned, the inactive ads or the ads that are scheduled, they do not count towards the limit. Another great advantage is that dynamic ads, they count as one ad, even though they can have multiple copy and creative variations. Or in case of dynamic ads where you are dynamically retargeting people with different products from your website, it's a special type of ad. In that case, you may portray many products for them, and yet that all still counts as one ad. The same for the dynamic creative ad. There can be up to 5 copy variations, up to 10 creative variations, but all of that counts as one ad because it's set up as a dynamic ad. And finally, ads that have selected automated placements, where Facebook is just using the algorithm to determine where best to show those ads. The automated placement ads, they all just count as one ad as well. So that all doesn't sound so bad, does it? But in case you're still wondering, well, why is Facebook putting us through this? So Facebook has analyzed their data from millions and millions of advertisers, and they came to the conclusion that running too many ads at once can actually hurt their performance. Who would have thought, right? You might think the more the merrier. Turns out not so. If you've probably noticed, your ads, as soon as they've gone live, they enter this learning stage, which is where Facebook's algorithm is still adjusting and gathering data and trying to determine who are the best people, the best countries, the best placements to show your ad to. However, when we're running too many ads, and we naturally probably have somewhat limited budget for that, what ends up happening is that, according to Facebook statistics, 4 out of 10 ads do not exit this learning stage, meaning Facebook never really got around enough data. They didn't gather enough of this crucial information for them in order to fully, properly optimize the ad. And they say that hurts the performance of our ads. So now, how can we adapt to that change? Let's talk about 4 strategies to use and 1 to potentially avoid when transitioning. Strategy number 1 for reducing the number of ads that you're running is to combine your ad sets. For example, in the past, there was a popular and effective strategy to have different ad sets for different age categories of people. So, for example, you'd have one ad set for people 25 to 40 years of age and another ad set for people between 40 and 60 years of age. So now it's more effective actually to combine those two and let Facebook's algorithm to automatically decide whom to show your ads to and optimize towards the result that you specified in your campaign. The same goes for geographical areas. If you used to separate them, now it's more effective to combine them into one ad set. The same goes even for interest targeting too. The next strategy is to decrease the number of ads you run per ad set. It is no longer effective to run 10 ads per ad set. Facebook recommends a maximum of 6 ads. But honestly, lately I've seen that anything above 3, it kind of starts to underdeliver and underperform. So decrease the number of ads per ad set. However, you might ask, Yulia, I really want to test multiple copy variations, multiple creative variations. How do I do that? And it's absolutely crucial and important to do that. I fully support that. However, now we can use new tools in order to do that. We can use split testing. We can use dynamic ads where you can include multiple copy variations, multiple creative variations, and then Facebook will optimize those for you and only show the variations that are achieving the result that you've set for the ad. The next strategy is to use industry-specific solutions. Facebook understands that there are industries where there is a need for higher volume of ads. So they have custom solutions for those. I didn't even know some of those exist because I tend to focus on the coaching, consulting, online course creation industry. So for example, I didn't know that for real estate companies, there is a type of ad, real estate ad, where you can show different properties, multiple properties, and Facebook will automatically do their algorithmical magic and figure out which property to show to that particular person. And in that way, you don't have to separate all those properties into tens of different ad sets. Instead, you can combine the ad sets and let Facebook help you figure that out. The same goes for product ads, dynamic product ads. If you have an e-commerce shop, then Facebook has these dynamic product ads with which you can retarget people who visited your site and show them the product that they would be most interested in based on their browsing history. So using these kind of niche solutions can be first highly effective and second will help you to adapt and stay within this new ad count limit. And the fourth strategy to use is really kind of a no-brainer. It's something you should be doing anyway. And it's to turn off your underperforming ads, right? It's not working, kill it. Every couple of days, depending on your ad spend, of course, maybe more frequently, maybe less frequently, you should be checking your ads and turning off the underperformance. So these are the 4 strategies to use. Now let's talk about one strategy to avoid or to potentially use very, very carefully. So Facebook cautions us against and recommends to avoid the temptation to just create an extra Facebook page in order to get around this ad count limit. You see, the problem with this strategy is that if you create a different Facebook page and then you start running ads from both of these pages thinking, oh, I just jumped my limit, let's say from 250 ads to 500 ads. The problem with that is that those ads, especially if they're probably targeted to very similar audiences or the same, using the same ad creative, they're going to compete directly against each other. And that can very well hurt your performance for both pages. Another consideration is that if you create another business page, well, it's a reflection of your business, right? So there is going to be some energy and time being spent on maintaining that page and making sure that it's an appropriate reflection of your business. With that being said, there is also a flip side to this strategy. Because, for example, people may react differently to different Facebook pages. Let's say I created a page called Yulia Storak. Right now I have a page called Zenful Marketing. So let's say I wanted to test if people will respond better to the ads coming from Yulia Storak versus if they see the ads coming from Zenful Marketing. Because some people might say, oh, this is an actual person. Maybe I want to engage more with them versus with the company name. So that's something that you might be open to testing. And I've seen many advertisers use that with quite a big success, that they have one page that they run ads from, but they also have a couple of others that they run ads from. And of course, I don't see in the back of their dashboards, but it's something that I've been testing with my clients too. And honestly, so far, I haven't seen a big drop in performance. So if that's something you would want to test for your own ads, feel free. Obviously, it's always your free choice. Just don't get wrapped up into trying to overcome the limit, but rather approach it from the testing perspective. What can I learn from this? And is it really hurting my performance to use both pages, or is just one page more effective and one page just works better? So test and let the data tell you. So that's it. Hopefully these 4 strategies to use and 1 to avoid or use cautiously. Hopefully that will help you to adapt to the new change. And as Facebook is promising us, with this new ad count limit, we should be able to see more stable, predictable, and optimized ad results. So let's hold out for that. All right, that's a wrap for now. Let me know in the comments which of these strategies are you going to try, or maybe which ones you are already using, and then you won't even have to adjust that much to this new change. Let me know, and bye for now. I'll see you in the next video.